So I'd like to share with you how to calculate your net worth and why I think it's important. First, I'm going to share with you the traditional way to calculate net worth. Then I'm going to share with you how I calculate my net worth. And then I'm going to reveal to you my liquid asset distribution and then my actual total and liquid net worth. So stay tuned to the end to be able to see how much my net worth has grown this year. It's going to be pretty incredible, actually. I was really surprised to see when I did the calculation how much my net worth really did grow. So my name is Cluff, and I'm a financial coach. I absolutely love helping people manage, protect, and grow their money. And I'd love to help you do the same thing. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so that you can know how to become more financially literate and grow your money to obtain your MBA. Yep, that's right, your massive bank account.
So the traditional way to calculate your net worth is to take all of your assets, which is cash, bank accounts, retirement savings, stocks and bonds, vehicles, and your home, and add up the total. Once you have a total, then you know exactly how many assets you have. Then you'll take all of your liabilities, your mortgage, your credit cards, your student loans, your personal loans, your auto loans, and you'll subtract your liabilities from the assets. And then that equals your net worth.
Now, for me personally, I keep track of my net worth as a total, which includes everything that I just shared with you and exactly how I just shared with you to calculate your assets and calculate your liabilities. And then I also keep track of what's called your liquid net worth, or my liquid net worth. So I don't keep track of a home or vehicles in my liquid net worth. I don't keep track of my mortgage or my car loans in my liquid net worth, because those debts, those liabilities are secured to an asset. So I keep track of both just in case, so I know if I had to liquidate everything, how much could I pay off? How many of my debts, how much of my things I still need to live somewhere. So that's why I don't want to liquidate my house. I still need to drive places. So that's why I don't want to liquidate my car necessarily. So I keep track of what's liquid, what's easily convertible to cash, and that I would want to easily convert to cash so that I could actually continue to pay my mortgage, continue to pay my bills, continue to pay my car loans, continue to put food on the table, etc. So I keep track of both, and that's what I do. So hopefully that makes sense. And so what I keep track of is total net worth and liquid net worth. And I'll show you how I do that right now.
All right, before I do that, I want to share with you my liquid asset distribution. So this is how I can keep track of where all of my liquid assets are. I have liquid cash, which is cash that I can use readily available to pay my bills. Then I have precious metals. This is part of my emergency fund. If I needed to quickly liquidate some precious metals and go pay some bills, I could do that quickly. I have 27% of my net worth included in that. Stocks and ETFs are 27% as well. And then cash reserves, that's like my actual emergency fund. That's my 6 months worth of bills. That's my 6 month emergency fund that everybody says that you're supposed to get. And I don't know if I have exactly 6 months, but it's pretty darn close. So that's 34% of my total net worth. So now I'm going to share with you how I track my net worth.
Now, the fastest way to grow your net worth is actually to have a positive cash flow. If you want to know my 3 steps to increase your cash flow immediately, then click the link in the description below and get my free guide. It's where I teach you exactly how I go through with my clients, how to increase their cash flow so they can begin to save, they can begin to pay off their debt, they can begin to build their savings, they can begin to build their financial freedom. And so it's important to be able to have a positive cash flow on your way to a positive net worth. And while you're on your way down to the link, make sure you hit like and subscribe, because I hear that's the fastest way to grow your net worth around here.
My net worth, as you can see here, all my assets are in green up here at the top. And I keep them in green because obviously assets are good and you want to have good things that are green. I keep my liabilities here in red. Red means that obviously it's stuff that you would subtract. So I keep track this way. I keep track each month. I come in here on the 3rd week, as I shared in my last video. I'll put a link in the up above here. As I shared in my last video, I keep track of my total net worth every month as it grows and as it increases or decreases. Hopefully it increases. I highly recommend that you keep track of your net worth so that you can see how you're doing towards growing towards your MBA, your massive bank account. So this is May, and this is what I did in May. And you can see here that my total liquid assets in May were 166,000. That's in January, my total liquid assets were 135,000. So you can see right there a significant amount of growth. I'll show you the percentages here in a minute. My house grew from 618 value to 652 value. So that's why I keep track of my house separately. And then my total assets. So here's my total liquid assets and here's my total assets. Total assets, including my home, is $818,000. I almost have $1 million total assets And so I have to subtract because that doesn't count my net worth. My net worth is subtracting out now all of my liabilities. So I keep track, again, as I shared with you, I keep track of my total, which includes my mortgage, my student loans, some medical bills that I'm working on, my credit cards. Total liabilities are $528,000. So I have a total assets of $818,000 minus total liabilities of $528,000. Then I keep track, as I shared, my assets and liabilities outside of my mortgage and my home. And so my total unsecured liabilities, which this actually is only my student loan and the mortgage and the medical bills. So that total unsecured liabilities amount is kept separately. So if I was to take a look at this here, my total liquid net worth in May is $112,572. My total net worth overall, including my home and my mortgage, is $289,721. Now, what's cool is that I keep track here of my monthly growth. So from month to month, from April to May, I grew 5%, just over 5% in my net worth. And my total net worth grew just under 5% or 4%, 4.33%. Now, here's what's something that's cool is I keep track of my net worth year to date. My net worth year to date has grown 28%. That's my liquid net worth, 28%. How much has your liquid net worth grown this year? How much has your total net worth grown this year? From the beginning of the year till now, which is about halfway through, or June of 2024, from January to June of 2024, my total net worth grew 27.5%. Now, a lot of that has to do with the market. I grew probably 40, as you can see up here, just from my mortgage and my house value. Just from the value of my house, you can see that I grew $40,000 almost dollars just from that. So that's another reason why I keep track of them separately, is because I don't have any control over what happens in the market, what happens in the real estate market, in the housing market. So it's nice to have a growth there. It's nice to see that grow, but I don't have any control over it. So I want to keep track of the things that I can control, which is my liquid net worth, which is my investments, my savings, my paying down my debts. That's why I keep track of it separately, so that I can keep track of what I can control versus what I can't.
So hopefully this video will help you understand how to and why you should calculate your net worth on a regular basis. If you want to have an MBA or your massive bank account, you need to know what your net worth is, and it needs to be a positive number. If you don't have a positive net worth right now, then make sure that you click the link in the description below to get my free guide so I can teach you how to get a positive cash flow and then build towards a positive net worth. Until the next video, I hope you're growing your massive bank account.